I got to the emergency room, and that's when I knew I was in trouble.
I was telling the doctor, I can't breathe, and I just felt, how will I give birth to this child and another person will take care of this child?
Before then, I felt like everything was under control. He asked me to push. I think I was too tired to push.
I was bragging while I was pregnant. No, they're not going to give me a epidural.
I'll tell you for sure, I have not really experienced labor pain.
12 a.m., 1 a.m. I started screaming at the top of my voice.
As soon as my distance on 2 centimeters, they give me epidural and I don't feel anything. I'm numb.
I was screaming. I said, epidural, bring it, please. I was begging. I said, Madam, I said, you want to see my red eye? When my baby came out, they were like, bring her baby to her chest. So they brought my baby to my chest. I held my baby. I cried.
There's this notion when you're a pregnant woman, especially at the beginning, that pregnancy is 9 months. They deceived you.
I heard my baby's cry. I was like, okay.
A lot of people are not well educated on cesarean section.
There could be complications that can arise from a woman being pregnant.
Some children that were delivered through the birth canal, they ended up having brain damage. It could have been saved by having cesarean section.
It's just a natural process of life. It's women that have to carry pregnancy, go through all that rigor, and it feels as if the man is doing nothing.
Well, Johnny to live there. Well, our second guest on the show this morning is Taiwo Ogene Adebisi. She is a multi-talented creative spirit with a flair for self-expression and authenticity. Mrs. Adebisi recently produced a documentary which aims to shine spotlights on the challenges mothers face while providing biological destinies on childbearing. Nigeria is said to have the highest maternal mortality rate in the world. Now, this documentary aims to foster empathy and kindness towards mothers. Taiwo joins us on the show this morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. As to that's your name, Okeogene.
Okeogene.
All right. Adebisi.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the connection between Okeogene
and Adebisi. One Nigeria.
I love it. Very nicely put.
I like that.
That is cool. Walk us through this issue of the challenges of motherhood.
Okay.
It's not been easy.
Oh, it's never. It has never been easy. Before now, after now, it's never be easy. So this documentary was just inspired by my own traumatic birth experience. I mean, imagine your first child, your first pregnancy, and then it's like, you get. So I decided to, as a filmmaker myself, as a storyteller, I decided to tell that story because I don't think people talk about it enough. It's very glamorized. It's all baby bumps and baby showers and it's a girl, it's a boy. But you see the whole 40 weeks and the whole everything in between it's a madness.
It's a madness, all right. I know. Very succinctly put. Yeah. Okay, so now my question basically is, I mean, you decided to, because a lot of times, I'll say in the past, right? Well, let's say in the past. I mean, now it still happens, right? When people go through these stories and go through these processes, they don't feel the need to put it out there. They feel, you know what, you do it, you go through it, however it goes through, you just keep it. It's not the story for outside. Do you understand? Just cover it and then move on. Do you understand? God will bring another one. Do you understand? But then again, you did the bold thing by actually coming out to tell your story. Now, what challenges did you have to face? What hurdles did you have to face mentally, probably family-wise as well, when you decided to put the story out there and share it so boldly?
Okay, putting the story out was not the challenge.
Okay.
It was the challenge that inspired the story. So I had a preterm daughter, and my daughter had 29 weeks, so my water broke before 11 weeks before time, and then from that time that my water broke up until I think 2 months after, because we stayed in the hospital for over 8 weeks, she was underweight and all of that. So that's kind of just, it's like what you said, people don't talk about it. It's just like it's what women do, right? And that's the problem, because if it's what women do and you don't know the gravity of this thing, how do we foster empathy? How do we create awareness? And it's funny you say that, because when I was trying to get other women to, join me, and everyone was like, no, I don't want people to know that I did tears. I don't want people to know that I had preterm baby. I don't want, my husband will not like it, and my family will not like it. I'm like, did you kiss somebody? You actually gave life. So what's the matter? And I'm like, I'm going to tell the story no matter what. And thankfully, my family was very supportive. My husband was very supportive. It was like, in fact, when I had the idea in the hospital, it was like, he was always telling me, once we got back home, are you not going to? Yes.
Okay. So he actually did support you.
Yeah, he did. He did. Was so supportive. And
it's always fantastic to have a husband that shares your dream with you and supports it.
Yeah.
It gives you the kind of confidence that you cannot muster up on your own.
Yeah.
But my question is, why a documentary? Why not a film? I mean, documentaries are cerebral. They are very tedious to produce. I do documentaries too, so I have an idea of what you have to go through, So why choose the documentary path?
Okay, so I have a background in documentary, and this documentary is a new style. I know all the types of documentary, but this one was one that I decided to tell in my own way. So I did not need as much resources.
Okay.
I did not have to go into the field. I did not have to, do all of the tedious work. So what I did was that I gathered women in fact, we shot everything in 2 days. Yes, it was produced in 2 days.
So we're talking heads here, no?
No, I will not reduce it to talking heads.
Okay, let's just go.
So we shot the whole thing in 2 days, and I believe in, that's why I like to say, authenticity and the power to tell your story the way you want to tell it. I would have done the whole, go into the field, go to different hospitals, and but I got medical personnel on set. I did everything. I was able to remove myself from saying, there's a way that documentaries have to be done.
Okay.
At least those styles were created by somebody. I've created a new style.
Oh, yes, you have.
So people can...
And what would you say this documentary will achieve if Winnie, for example, watches it? What will she take home with it? Because it has to do with childbirth.
She'll probably cry first.
She probably will do it.
I think she'll probably cry.
Why would I cry?
No, I mean, I'm just saying, she'll probably get emotional because we're talking real stories, real women, real experiences. And the general idea is to, like I always say, foster empathy and awareness. People need to know. Women need to be less ashamed to tell their birth stories. I remember when I was like I said, I stayed in hospital for two months, and there was this mama that came to me and said, my sister, how you take born? I said, I see it. Sister, you never born, you never really. You get, and that is the story of billions of women, especially in Africa. There's this ideal, so there's no ideal birth story. That's the general idea of what I'm trying to pass out. There's no ideal birth story. You can, so far mother is alive, child is alive.
I know some women that will definitely opt for the CS than going through the labor process. Even in developed countries, when you are planning, they'll give you the option. Is that how you do this? And even in Nigerian hospital at the moment, if you labor between 3 to 4, 5 hours, they will definitely tell you that, okay, can you go for this option? I love your story, and I know that your husband is also here. What has been his own role in ensuring that you be able to pass through the challenges? Staying in the hospital for 2 months is not easy. So I'm quite sure, because when I also gave birth to my own children, my wife was also in the hospital. I had to stay there for the number of days, from work to the hospital, Back to work.
It was introduction
Tell
to
us yours.
fatherhood.
Tell us your own experience.
When I left home, when my water broke and I wasn't going into labor, so they kept me in the ward for I think a week. And they were trying to keep me up until like 34 weeks because I wasn't going into labor to give the baby a chance to grow bigger. So she was really small. She was under 1 kg. And when, I think after a few days, and we tried to do another test and all of that, and they said that the water had completely dried up. So it was a risk. She was no longer kicking as much. Her heartbeat was dropping, so it was like emergency, and we rushed. So my husband, in 8 weeks, was always coming to the hospital every day. I decided that I was not going to go home. I was telling myself that I left this house with a baby in my stomach.
You are going
I'm
back home.
going back home
with a
with
baby
her
that
in my
is
hands.
that is also alive.
Yeah, so I had the choice, I had the option to, express breast milk and give her and go home. Because I was actually, the doctors and all of them were doing all their job and doing their work, and she was in an incubator. So it's like, okay, madam, what are you doing here? But I did not go. I stayed in that place in deplorable conditions. I was staying with women who were sharing one bathroom, sharing one. I did not mind. And in all of this, my husband will come every day. Everywhere he goes to, he's coming back with food, with medicine, with whatever. So when I saw some women that their husbands abandoned in the hospital,
That is where I'm going.
I could not relate. Because what are people doing now? There was one that she had a child, I think 7 weeks earlier, and they were twins. And funny enough, she didn't even have to do CS. The baby just popped out. The man was so mad that she was not coming back home the next day. He left her.
Because she had twins?
No, because why are you staying in the hospital and accumulating bill for me? He left her there.
Oh boy.
That is why it's good to celebrate mothers
Yes.
and women especially, because the challenges of going through the labor room is not easy. And that's why you guys are...
I mean,
You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
I hear pain is measured, is it in kilojoules and so on, and that the kind of pain that women go through around this period, no man can go through it. And you know what surprises me? You go through it the first time, and you want to go through it again.
See, we were just talking about this.
What is wrong with you people?
Because she's not even looking it. Because she's looking very...
No, my daughter is already 2 now, so you can
so
say...
you're expecting more.
I'm expecting more.
So now
Take me to Yaba left.
Receive it.
let's talk about our documentary now. Where can we find it? Would actually want to watch it? Where can they watch it on?
Yeah, it's on YouTube on the 5 Creations TV. That's the name of my production company. So it's on YouTube. I tried to get it on, bigger platforms, but maybe when I turn it into a full-blown film, I can get it on. But for now,
so that's in the plan?
It's in the plan. It's in the plan to adapt, and make it into a feature film.
Let me do this. If I am given the opportunity on national TV to tell people where my product is, I will be intentional.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So would you want to be intentional now and tell us how to get it, because I want to watch it?
Oh, it's on YouTube. The 5 Creations TV on YouTube. It's
5 Creations
just,
TV. 5 Creations TV on YouTube.
Yeah.
You had to do that.
It's
fantastic that it's a documentary you did. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
It's a fine place to leave it. Taiwo Adebisi, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
for joining
me.
us on TVC
Thank
Breakfast Saturday.